end. Federal government expressed its concern over increasing rate. Good evening and a very warm welcome to the World News on River State Television, double 2 here in Port Harcourt. My name is Ibigoni Kalio. Do you love and care about River State and our peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. It's a task we must accomplish. You can watch Rstv News live on YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. You can subscribe and click the notification bell for update on our live feeds. Now, River State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has spoken very strongly that no level of sabotage against his administration can make him abandon the mandate freely given to him by Rivers people to serve, protect, and advance the fortunes of the state. Governor Fubara made assertion when he declared open the 115 and 116 combined quarterly general meeting of River State Council of Traditional Rulers in Port Harcourt. Tam Nobaribi Ibolobo takes it from here.
This meeting of the River State Council of Traditional Rulers that Siminalayi Fubara was attending since he became governor of the state. Governor Fubara reaffirmed his commitment to serving the state with humility, sincerity of purpose, and accountability. He assured that he will not fail in discharging his responsibilities and will never surrender the electoral mandate and progress of the state because of intimidation, blackmail, or deliberate act of sabotage against his administration.
I wish to thank all of you for supporting our government to sustain this prevailing peace and security in your communities since we assumed office, which has made our state one of the most secure and peaceful in this country. Let us not forget that River State is our collective inheritance, presently under my watch, to protect, to defend, and to advance as the governor.
Governor Fubara also quality education, affordable healthcare, and social services across the state, including the rural areas. He assured of sufficient budgetary provision in the human capital development efforts, including unlocking the entrepreneurial spirit among teeming unemployed Rivers youths through viable initiative on skill development, entrepreneurship training, and targeted investment in commercial agriculture.
We must all be worried about the plight of our youth, especially those in rural communities, most of whom are poor, neglected, and almost forgotten in the government development plans. We will prioritize and provide sufficient funding in the 2024 budget for you. We also make reasonable provision for education, for healthcare, and also social services across the state.
In his address, the chairman of the River State Council of Traditional Rulers, Sergeant Awuse, said the council supports the administration of Governor Fubara and advised troublemakers who are fanning the embers of discord to cease from such acts. On his part, the River State Commissioner for Chieftaincy and Community Affairs, Charles Amadi, said his ministry will continue to maintain a harmonious relationship with the council and ensure that they discharge their role as
Now, in a bid to end economic difficulties and industrialize the country, the acting Vice Chancellor, Ignatius Ajuru University of Education, Rumo Lumini, Professor Ukechukwu Onuchukwu, has sued for governments to make compulsory the inclusion of vocational and technical education in the school curricula at all levels of education. Professor Onuchukwu stated this at the 7th Annual Conference of the Faculty of Vocational and Technical Education at Ndele campus of the institution. Godspa Anele reports that the theme was Technical, Vocational Education and Training, a roadmap for mitigating youth's migration from Nigeria.
Represented by the Associate Dean Postgraduate School, Professor Chibuzo Nwabweze, Professor Onichukwu explained that the country that depends largely on theory rather than vocational and technical education will continue to be dependent on others for survival. The university don suggests that if vocational and technical education is adequately looked into, the country will be a better place to belong, adding that the dependence of the country on foreign goods will continue to impoverish the populace. Professor Onichukwu, while declaring the conference open, advised that the local content should be promoted by making provisions of facilities to achieve the dream, just as making vocational and technical education compulsory in all levels of education.
Once we make vocational and technical education a force, there will be peace. Mainstreaming it in a curriculum at all levels, from primary education.
Campus of the Ignatius Ajuru University of Education, Professor Isaac Ogundo, who described the theme of the conference as appropriate, identified the human capital development as one of the best approaches to fix the country. The university don, however, disclosed that if the deficiencies in education, infrastructure, security, and health sectors are given adequate attention, it will definitely change the wrong narrative, as job opportunities will be provided for the youths, adding that it will bring to an end the mass exodus to foreign countries.
The government generally should look inward to revamp vocational technical education and give it the needed financial muscle. Then our youth will be productive. We will no longer be import dependent.
The keynote speaker, Professor Edmond Anele, and the lead paper presenter, Professor Isaac Dokubo, who dwelt on the theme of the conference, Technical Vocational Education and Training, a roadmap for mitigating youth migration from Nigeria, disclosed that it is unfortunate that many youths have died on the high sea, desert, and by soldiers at the borders while embarking on their journey.
The process of TVET in Nigeria hinges on the effective collaboration between educational institutions, the government, industries to ensure that training programs are correct.
Private sectors should try their very best to make sure that they establish technical vocational training centers.
The event featured tour of the exhibitions from the faculties of agriculture, vocational and technical education by principal officers of the university. God's Power Anele, Rstv News.
Now, stakeholders in Ahoda East have declared their unflinching support for Governor Siminalayi Fubara and call for meeting with elected representatives and government functionaries. A communique after the meeting signed by High Chief Hawe Idiogo and High Chief Stephen Ihua Maduyi declared that peace and security are indisposable ingredient for development, condemned all act of political aggression and violence. The stakeholders also declared that they wholeheartedly voted for Governor Siminalayi Fubara as governor of Rivers State based on his capacity and tempo to improve the state, giving renewed hope and peaceful business environment for investors in the state. They acknowledged the immediate past governor of Rivers State and current minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, adding that his elevation to national politics will culminate to some dividends of democracy for the state. President Bola Tinubu has charged the new National Council on Privatization with the task of piloting Nigeria's economic sector reform, privatization, Commercialization and Public-Private Partnership PPP program for the next 4 years. Vice President Kashim Shettima, who disclosed this at the State House today while inaugurating the council, implored members to station themselves on the front line of actualizing the renewed hope agenda of the Tinubu's administration. The council members, to him, must achieve this by championing great reforms through disruptive minds and ideas, reminding them that their appointment is a privilege to serve the nation by contributing to the socio-economic development the Tinubu administration has promised to deliver. He urged them not to rest on their oars in ensuring accelerated growth of the economy, infrastructure, creating jobs, and providing an enabling environment for productive activities to flourish as they leverage on the nation's enormous resources for the benefit of Nigerians. Federal government has expressed concern over the increasing immigration of Nigerian skilled professionals and university graduates seeking enhanced education, employment, and prospects globally. President Bola Tinubu expressed the concern Thursday at the 2023 National Migration Dialogue organized by the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants, and Internally Displaced Persons in Abuja, with the theme leveraging on youth migration for national development. Represented by the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Betta Edu, Tinubu said exploring the nexus between migration, youths, and national development within the Nigerian context was crucial. The president noted that the youths made up 16% of the world's population and are a growing mobile demographic that could play a significant role in fostering positive development if properly harnessed. He assured that Nigeria will not only diversify its economy but also contribute to a more balanced and resilient trajectory of growth. Do you love and care about Rivers State and our peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. It's a task we must accomplish. You can watch Rstv on YouTube and Facebook on Rstv channel 22 online. You can subscribe and click the notification bell for updates in our live feeds. Up ahead, Vladimir Putin declares a stance to contest as Russian president for the 5th term, and the Canadian government raises proof of funds for international students from 8 to 16 million naira from January 2024. This and other stories coming up in just a moment.
The new Milo 3-in-1 Milky and Creamy is truly milky and contains calcium. No need to add milk for that rich, creamy cup, which helps to nourish and energize your kids. Milo!
Thank you. There's a place where we go to when the world gets too loud. A happy place of laughter and excitement. Of moments that get your heart racing. Of familiar faces. A place where we all belong. Home is where it happens. Find home on Netflix.
The new Milo 3-in-1 Milky and Creamy is truly milky and contains calcium. No need to add milk for that rich, creamy cup, which helps to nourish and energize your kids. Milo!
The Grill Movement Movement Nigeria cordially invites the general public to a public lecture based on the Grail message as follows. Date, Sunday, December 10, 2023. Venue, Banquet Hall, Hotel Presidential, Port Harcourt. Topic, the true meaning of Christmas. Time, 4 p.m. Admission is free. For inquiries, please call 0816-456-5116. Grail Movement Nigeria. Announcer.
In the Light of Truth, the Grail Message by Adrashin, a source of immense spiritual enlightenment which answers all questions of life and existence, and which leads the earnestly seeking human being out of all the chaos of present-day confusion. The Grail Message sheds new light upon all of life's fundamental questions and guides the earnest seeker to spiritual liberation. Today, man has within his reach the answers to all questions of life and existence. Questions such as, who am I? What am I? What is my purpose in life?
The Grail Movement Nigeria cordially invites the general public to a public lecture based on the Grail message as follows. Date, Sunday, December 10, 2023. Venue, Banquet Hall, Hotel Presidential, Port Harcourt. Topic, the true meaning of Christmas. Time, 4 p.m. Admission is free. For inquiries, please call 0816-456-5116. Grail Movement Nigeria. Announcer.
Introducing Treasure in a Smally Pack. Buy in any available store today. 3 Crowns Milk. Healthy moms, happy families.
Our new toothpaste, Colgate Mac, can be sure your teeth are cavity-free.
When you brush daily with Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, its expert formula locks natural calcium in our teeth and helps protect them from cavity. Colgate is the world's most chosen toothpaste.
Colgate locks calcium in, keeps cavities out.
The new Colgate Mini Pack is now available at just 300 Naira.
Introducing Treasure in a Smally Pack. Buy in any available store today. 3 Crowns Milk. Healthy moms, happy families.
There's a place where we go to when the world gets too loud. A happy place of laughter and excitement. Of moments that get your heart racing. Of familiar faces. A place where we all belong. Home is where it happens. Find Home on Netflix.
Beautiful, it's your name. Wonderful is what you are to me. Ever mami kira fuma mami. Morisha wiyao, konsirae, oya.
Every mom, a treasure beyond measure. 3 Crowns Milk. Healthy moms, happy families.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv.
Welcome back. Now, Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) has raised an alarm concerning the proliferation of counterfeit banknotes, particularly in higher denominations. The Apex Bank, in a statement by the Acting Director of Corporate Communications, Sidi Ali Hakama, money banks, financial houses, bureau de change, and the public to be vigilant and implement necessary precautions to mitigate the risk associated with counterfeit banknotes. The general public has been advised to adopt alternative payment modes such as e-channels for their day-to-day transactions. The public is also encouraged to promptly report any suspected cases of counterfeit currency possession to the nearest police station, local branch of the Central Bank of Nigeria, or via contact CBN at cbn.gov.ng. It assures the public that it is working with law enforcement operatives to apprehend those responsible for circulating counterfeit currency. We'll take another break and the news continues.
Big day ahead.
Full of nourishment and vitality. Antibodies and shock like soya. Ovaltine 3 in 1. Ovaltine 3 in 1.
New Ovaltine 3 in 1. Smart choice for smart kids.
Omega Power Ministries, OPM worldwide.
I know you've been hearing mind-blowing testimonies of what God is doing in this place. All those miracles you've been hearing, all those testimonies you've been hearing, I don't even know how it happens. I'm just a plier in the hand of God. One thing about God, He carries you the way you are, but never leaves you the way you were. There must be great transformation. You are very important to this church, OPM. Most especially, you are important to God. That is why we have reserved the VIP seat for you.
Worship with us this Sunday, 8 a.m. and Tuesday, 12 noon to 4 p.m. Every first Friday of the month, Dr. Jesus Night with Coconut, 8 p.m. till dawn. It's a night vigil.
It doesn't matter the issue you've come here with, is already solved. God can never fail. Instead of God to fail, heaven and earth will pass away. Pastor can fail you, your father can fail you, your mother can fail you, but God can never fail.
OPM, Dr. Jesus in action. Dr. Jesus in action. God is here.
Ovaltine 3 in 1. It has great taste.
Big day ahead.
Yummy, yummy. Full of nourishment and vitality. Antibodies and shock like soya. Ovaltine 3 in 1. Ovaltine 3 in 1.
New Ovaltine 3 in 1. Smart choice for smart kids.
The World Health Organization (WHO) on Friday said antimicrobial resistance (MAR) may lead to 10 million deaths by 2050 if urgent actions are not taken to reduce its burden. WHO, which declared that AMR is one of the top 10 global public health threats facing humanity, also expressed worry over the increasing use of antimicrobial medicines, saying that the total global antibiotic consumption in humans, animals, and agriculture increased by 30% between 2000 and 2010. Technical Officer of AMR at the WHO Nigeria office, Dr. Laxmikant Chavan disclosed this at the 7th annual conference of the Association of Nigeria Health Journalists in collaboration with the World Health Organization in Nasarawa State. Chavan said AMR leads to increased cost to deliver health care, especially in the cost of newer expensive antibiotics and other drugs, costs of additional investigations, and extra length of stay at the hospital, among others. AMR is the ability of microorganisms like bacteria, viruses, fungi, and parasites to change over time and no longer respond to medicines, making infections harder to treat, thus increasing the risk of disease spread, severe illness, and death. The government of Canada has increased the proof of funds for Nigerians and other international students from $8,025,000 naira to $10,000 and $16,050,000 naira to $20,000. Mark Miller, Canadian Minister of Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship, made this announcement in a statement on Thursday, saying the new requirement will take effect from January 1, 2024. The new adjustment implies that a single applicant will need to show they have $20,635 in addition to the first year of tuition and travel costs. This is coming a few days after the United Kingdom announced stricter visa measures to cut migration. For almost 2 decades, the study permit applicants for international students have remained $10,000. Russian President Vladimir Putin has said he will stand again for a 5th term in office. He announced it at an awards ceremony for participants of the full-scale war he launched against Ukraine in 2022. It comes a day after election officials set 15 to 17 March 2024 as dates for the presidential election. The re-election of Mr. Putin, 71, is seen as inevitable, with opposition almost non-existent and the Russian media completely under his control. Putin served as president in 2000 to 2008, returning to the role from a stint as a prime minister in 2012. This means that he has already been in power in Russia longer than any ruler since the Soviet dictator Joseph Stalin. His words were in answer to requests that he stands again for election from Lieutenant Colonel Artyom Zoga. He heads the former pro-Russian separatist unit in Ukraine's eastern Donetsk region, which Moscow declared annexed together with another 3 Ukrainian regions in September 2022. On entertainment, do you love and care about Rivers State and her peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. It's a task we must accomplish to end the news. Let's take a recap of some of the major stories. Governor Fubara has re-emphasized not giving up on his mandate to serve Rivers people. The Central Bank of Nigeria has warned against the fake Naira notes in circulation. Federal government expresses concern over an increasing rate of brain drain, assures of diversifying economy. We also brought a report that Canadian government raises proof of funds for international students from 8 to 16 million naira from January 2024. That's how we capture the world on the lenses of Double Two. Thank you for your time and do have a very splendid evening.
of that, we must repent. We must tell the church the truth. But the truth must be told. Because the church is the house of the living God, the pillar and the crown. The way we preach about tithe and offering, if we tell people about some certain behavior, God was telling me last night that the way people are changing prophet and church,